we're talking about financial advice a little bit, and we're talking about saving. This is coming from a blog post that was pretty good. It was called "The Money Advice I Wished I Had Learned Sooner."
That's what I don't do enough of. I should save more.
So maybe we'll all learn a little bit from
this
this
save?
article. No.
See?
I'm not advertising myself as someone who saves. So
no, I have friends who are like taking their second and third sabbaticals off of work at 30 because they've saved. Like I took 6 months off because I was just tired of it, and like paid the rent. I took 6 months off. I mean, I could probably last 2 months just off. If I quit all my work today, I could probably last. No, I could last like 4 months.
I mean, you could probably. It depends on how
lavish somebody.
It's a question of whether you want to live at your current.
No, but if I'm saying even at my current level, I could last about 2.5 months, maybe 3 months.
So that's like not good, obviously.
How long are you supposed to last?
I don't know, a long time, a year. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing.
Hey, we're the ones giving you the advice.
We got bad advice here. Spend all your money. That's my advice.
Buy cute shoes. That's what I do.
Okay. So here's a personal finance cliche that could be helpful to you about saving. It's called pay yourself first. Now, pay yourself first isn't what you might think it is, where you pay yourself and then you pay your employees or whatever. Pay yourself first is actually talking about paying your savings account first.
Yeah,
so
I got that.
When you you understood that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't when I read the thing.
Well.
You don't do it, so it doesn't matter. Anyway.
The shade.
Maybe. So, okay.
The shade!
The technique here is before you spend any money, when your paycheck comes in, the first thing that you do is you say, every paycheck I'm going to put $50, or $100 in my savings account.
Oh, I actually
I'm not
do
going to touch it.
I do that.
Oh, well, you're a great American then.
See, what I do is when on my direct deposit form, I like take out like there's 10%.
Does that go into your 401k though?
No. 10% of my money goes directly to
savings account.
A savings account it used to be with ING, now it's with Capital One, but it's hard to get the money, which is why I like it. Now there's a Capital One branch next to my DC office, so it sort of sucks. I could see my money. But before, when ING Direct was only online, it would take a long time for you to get it. So if you wanted money from my ING, I would have to like go to ING, put in the transfer, and it would take like 2 days. So by the time it took 2 days, whatever you wanted to buy,
your impulse is no longer
there.
Your
impulse goes away, and then you end up just transferring it back.
The impulse is usually over in 15 minutes. If you can hold on for that long, you're like, oh, I don't know.
I bought a new suit today, but my impulses last a lot longer than other people. Like my impulse is like 2 days. Like I was looking at the suit for 2 days. I'm like, ooh, it's nice. Ooh.
Okay. Anyway,
I bought it.
So the point of this, and we're closing out here in a second, but Richard's going to do his Richard Fowler moment. The point of this is, I don't think anyone can make the excuse that they can't stand to just siphon a couple of bucks away from their paycheck.
10%. I mean, you should pay yourself 10%.
Even if you can't afford 10%, or you don't think you can. If you just say to yourself, 20 bucks a week, just as a start, I can afford 20 bucks a week to go into
20 bucks a week is 4 lattes, or 4 lattes and bringing your lunch twice a week.
Sure. I mean, if you live in DC, 20 bucks barely gets you a lunch.
You know what I'm saying? But like 4 lattes, $5 each, or bringing your lunch twice a week.
So there you have it, folks. Pay yourself first. That's the tip.